What's going on, guys? Dwayne here with How to Build Credit TV, and I am back again in this video, in this live stream. I am here to check in with you guys. I know it's been a while, but I definitely want to be here and answer any questions or concerns or comments that you have in regards to credit cards, and actually check in with you guys as well. Let you know kind of what's been going on with me and that type of thing. So as you guys come into the live stream, don't hesitate to ask any questions that you may have. Whether it's about credit cards or, you know, like your credit score. Hopefully I can provide some insight. So that's the whole purpose of this particular channel, of course, How to Build Credit TV. If you're new to the channel, my name is Dwayne. On this channel I talk about credit cards, and how to make money using credit cards. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. I've been doing this channel for quite a bit. Actually started doing this channel in March of 2018, so it's been over 4 years, and it's been an incredible journey. I've been able to help people by just sharing my own experiences, and along the way I've learned quite a bit of stuff. So once again, if you have any questions or comments or concern, feel free to slap that into the comment section. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I think it's probably been a little over 2 weeks, to be honest with you. There's been a lot that's going on. Nothing major, of course, but just, you know, have been kind of busy. I'm trying to grind it out on these Uber streets in Houston, and of course I'm hitting the gym as well. So I wish I was lifting weights in the gym, but you know, hey, one step at a time. At least I'm working out, and you know, I feel a lot better about myself and where I am as far as my health is concerned. I hope you guys are having a good day. Hope that you guys are doing well. Once again, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to slap them into the comment section. As a matter of fact, hey, just, you know, just say what's up. Just slap hi into the comment section. I like to see that we have new viewers. I reside in Houston, Texas. That's where I'm doing these videos from. And so once again, if you have any questions or concerns, slap them into the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer it. Hope you guys are all doing well. I look forward to checking in with you guys and seeing who's in the chat. Feel free to smash the thumbs up in this video. It helps the channel tremendously. All right, so I'm not necessarily going to be on here super duper long today, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm here to answer you guys' questions and concerns. One of the things that I will share with you guys right out the gate is the fact that I have another inquiry that's going to be falling off of my credit report here pretty soon, and I am very, very excited about that. So I will show you guys on my Credit Karma. I'm gonna log into Credit Karma real quick. Let me clean my phone, make sure my phone is presentable. So a couple things have occurred. I signed up for another banking offer where you get a checking account and they give you X amount of dollars. I will be making a video and sharing that information with you guys hopefully pretty soon. As a matter of fact, I need to write it down. I need to make a note about it so I can make sure that I do that. Give me a second here. I'm typing a note so I can remember that. You know, I'm older, so I want to make sure that I get that information to you guys. Give me a second here. I'm almost finished. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys my Credit Karma account. So I'm logging into Credit Karma here. Well, I will be logging in. Okay, so I'm logging into Credit Karma here, and as you guys can see, it's going to pull up my credit score. So actually my TransUnion went up 1 point. I don't know why. And then my Equifax is at 803. Now, for me personally, I always share with you guys the fact that my FICO scores are normally higher. I don't think the average person's FICO score is normally higher, but mine is for some strange reason. So I'm going to touch on credit. I'm going to touch on TransUnion and show you guys the amount of inquiries that I have. So yeah, as you can see, I have 4 inquiries right there, and the most recent one is falling off on September the 16th. So on TransUnion, my score is 796. At the bottom, you can see that there's that last one. It's a Sam's account that I did open in 2020, September 16, 2020. So I anticipate that it's going to fall off September 16th, 2022. And then right above that is when I applied for a car loan with Navy Federal, November the 16th, when I got my Tesla. I did not get approved with Navy Federal. Right above that is Alliant Credit Union, who I did get approved for the car loan, and I did end up getting the Tesla that I ended up selling in July of this year. And then the last one is a TJ Maxx card, I think, and that's January 25th, 2021. So that should fall off January 2023. So I'm really excited. So that's on TransUnion. Let me show you guys what's going on with Equifax. The reason why my score is higher on Equifax, it's an 803. The reason why the score is higher on Equifax is because there is less inquiries here as well. So as you guys can see on Equifax, I have 2 inquiries here, and I do have one that's going to be falling off on the 16th. The same one, of course. So I'm just showing you guys here. So you can see the 16th, I have one falling off, and then March 3rd, 2021. So that means March 3rd, 2023, that one should fall off. I think I applied for a JCPenney card, even though I had one back in the day, and they ended up closing my account. So I'm very curious to kind of see how much my score will be affected. I'm not anticipating that it's going to jump anything significant. You know, it's not going to jump more than 10 points. I mean, especially my Equifax score is already 803, according to Credit Karma. I actually had a video where I was sharing with you guys my, I think it was my TransUnion score. Let's see here. And I applied for a credit limit increase with Discover, and they denied me. Yeah, it was my TransUnion score, and this is a FICO score. And according to TransUnion, my FICO score was 800. There was another score that I shared with you guys. I did a live stream about it. That was with Navy Federal when I requested a credit limit increase, and I was rejected. And my FICO score with Equifax was 8 something. I don't remember, 830. I want to say something ridiculous. But that's beside the point. Once again, if you have questions or concerns, feel free. Man, I really appreciate it. I see Rodriguez put in the chat that he's watching from Opelousas, Louisiana. That's actually kind of funny because I know exactly where that is. When I was in college and I was in the band, we actually stopped in Opelousas and the jazz band played a little jazz concert at Opelousas High. It was really, really neat. It was just it's funny that I know Opelousas, and we actually went to the movie theater when we were there, like as a band. So it was definitely interesting. Definitely had a good time. So I have a good impression and good memory of Opelousas. I know it's a smaller town in Louisiana, but still really cool. I just kind of picked that comment out of all the comments that I have to go through, but that's really cool, man. I thank you for stopping by the channel and taking the time to slap your information up there. I really appreciate that. Right now we have 31 people watching, 30 people watching now. Feel free to let me know from where you're watching. It's really, really cool to see the different places that people, can plug into this wonderful platform that is YouTube and connect and have their questions answered and just interact with the How to Build Credit TV family and all the other credit card channels that are on YouTube. All right, so I'm going to jump into the comment section and answer you guys' questions. Once again, if you have any questions, or you just want to say hi, slap it into the comment section, and don't be shy. Don't be shy. I know that a lot of you guys might be like me. I'll be in a live stream and I don't say anything, and of course I don't necessarily need to, right? But I'll just be chilling, in the live stream. So once again, if you have any comments or concerns or questions, slap them into the live stream. Brian, thank you so much for that $10 super chat, bro. I appreciate you, my man. Brian says, keep up the great work. Keep those balances low. Hashtag credit after dark. All right, cool, man. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much for that super chat. That means a lot to me, and definitely interesting because I know that I haven't really seen you in the chat before. So this is, I feel like, my first time seeing you, which means this is definitely the first time. So thank you for showing some love in regards to sending a super chat. I appreciate that a lot. We got my boy Matthew in the building. Matthew, what's good, my man? Appreciate you stopping by. As usual, it's always a pleasure and honor to have a friendly face in the building. I love having returning viewers in the building. I really appreciate you, man, for stopping by. So appreciate you, Matthew. He says, nice to see you, D. Yes, sir. Already. I know, right? I definitely, it's definitely been a while. I will be making more videos and more consistently at some point. I'm not going to slap a date on that, but this YouTube lifestyle is not for the faint of heart. It's definitely not a sprint. It's definitely a marathon. I don't know that there's a lot of people that's been on YouTube for 4 years doing videos. And so for me personally, it's not the easiest thing, just because I like to have quality content. I don't just throw content out there to just throw it out there. So I try to have quality content because I'm OCD in that way. Anyway, so we got Rodriguez in the building. He says, do you have any new credit cards in mind to apply for? That is a very, very tricky one. I think because I'm in the garden, in other words, I've been trying to sit still for 2 years to allow these inquiries to fall off of my account. It makes it easy not to be as in the know in regards to some of these credit cards. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first started the channel, like right out the gate in August of 2018, and of course these videos are on the channel, August of 2018, I went ham. Like I applied for 5 credit cards in like a month and a half, right? And then, you know, like it was like 8 credit cards in like 2 months or 3 months, something like that. So like for me right now, I'm just trying to sit still. In a perfect world, I would absolutely not apply for anything until after the last inquiry falls off, which is going to be March 25th, 2023. So that's not necessarily the easiest thing to do. And so, like I said, as a result of being in the garden and wanting these inquiries to fall off, I just really haven't been thinking a lot about the next cards that I want to attack. And I have over 20 credit cards. And today I was just thinking like, yo, I need to be using some of these cards. Like I haven't used some of my credit cards, which is understandable, but I definitely need to jump on it. So that was a very long-winded way of saying, no, I don't have any credit cards in mind that I'm thinking about applying for. If I could have it my way, I would like to kind of start to dive into some business credit cards. But I don't know. We'll see. I definitely like a good sign-up bonus, whether it's a business card or a personal card. And of course, if and when I apply for credit cards, I will be making videos and showing that. I actually, it's kind of interesting because I definitely feel like I was one of the first ones on YouTube to show that, you know, hey, I applied for this card, or even show the application process. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of funny now thinking back on it because, you know, there weren't a lot of videos like that around when I got started on YouTube. But I'll keep you in mind, my man. Cinema Madness, what's going on, my bro? Cinema Madness is a channel member. It's a pleasure to have you in the building. As usual, my brother. He says, Dwayne is back again. Yes, sir. You already know. We got True Benjamin in the building. Says, got 4 credit cards now within a year. There we go. For me personally, if I could give any kind of advice that somebody might listen to, if you're going to apply for a credit card, you know, hopefully there's a sign-up offer. And more importantly, before you apply for the card, you already know how you're going to get that spending requirement, right? So if the spending requirement is $3,000, do not apply for a credit card and say, all right, I got to spend $3,000 to get this sign-up offer. Instead, know that you're going to spend that money because you need to buy a new laptop, a new whatever you want, some gadgets, you're going Christmas shopping, whatever. You need to know how you're going to meet the minimum spend before you actually apply for the card. All right. So that is definitely something to think about. For me personally, I think it's also kind of cool and good to time some of these credit card applications where you're able to kind of set yourself up to get your points or cash back right around the holiday season. That was one of the things that I ended up doing kind of backwards. I didn't think I really thought about it. I mean, inadvertently, I thought about it. And basically it was like, okay, yo, I'm going to be applying for these cards. And I think I got like $800 in regards to cash back. And I was able to use that to, you know, buy some gifts. And it definitely makes me feel like, you know, okay, cool. I see, like, I'm kind of smart. Like, this is kind of neat, right? I got the cash back and I ended up using that to buy Christmas gifts. Now, of course, the cash back wasn't normally sent directly to my checking account. Most of it is basically going to end up being like a statement credit, right, for that particular credit card. But it doesn't really matter. Like, you redeem the points for statement credits, it's still the same as, you know, transferring the money from your checking account. It's just that you don't have to worry about that step. So for me personally, I think that's pretty smart. You know what I'm saying? You start to apply for credit cards around October. so that you can kind of put yourself to get these sign-up bonuses or cashback if you're signing up for a cashback card, and you can just kind of blow it on Christmas presents if you'd like, or blow it on something nice for yourself, or don't blow it. You can invest it in the stock market if you want to feel like you're really maximizing your money. All right, these are all things that I think are pretty cool. True Benjamin says salute. Yes, sir. It's a pleasure, like I said, to see you in the building. Speaking of pleasure in the building, we got Diamond in the house. Diamond, what's going on, girl? Thank you so much for stopping by and tuning in. I appreciate you. She says, hello, Dwayne and Credit Fam. Yes, ma'am. It's a pleasure to have you in the building per usual. And then we got my boy Rodriguez from Opelousas. Man, that's hilarious. That's so cool. We got Front Row Productions in the building. Says, I have 10 credit cards now. My TransUnion score is 758. That is incredible, bro. That's something to celebrate for sure. I think it's always kind of funny when people, like with some of these loans that you'll get, the bank will say, oh, you need like a 680 credit score, and some people will be like, yo, I'm almost at 680, or I don't know if I'm gonna get there. And it's so funny because 680 is not, like, it's obviously not a good credit score. So thank you for taking the time to share that information with us, Front Row Productions, in regards to your credit score being 758. That is incredible, and you should celebrate that. That's a big freaking deal. He says my FICO score is 764. Awesome. Very good. Diamond says, praise report. After the live stream, I applied for a limit increase with my Navy Federal. I got approved for 5,000. I got approved for increase to 5,000. What I asked for, but apparently I should have requested 7,000. You know what? It definitely can be tricky. One of the things that I've heard in regards to Navy Federal is to ask for a really aggressive credit limit increase, right? So like if you had asked for 15,000, because you got a 5G and you were saying maybe you should have asked for 7. Of course, we're always going to find something to gripe about, but that is incredible. And that's something to celebrate. A $5,000 credit limit increase is freaking cool. I can remember times where my credit limit that I got approved for a credit card was less than $5,000. I am kind of curious to see what will happen with my credit card applications moving forward, because as far as like what I reported for tax, last year, it wasn't, a gang load of money. So I have been getting from the credit card companies, through their credit card apps, I've been getting like, hey, please verify your income, right? And so like last year, my income was down quite a bit compared to the year before. And so, it's going to be interesting kind of moving forward because, yeah, it just is. So I'm interested to kind of see some of the credit limits that I get approved for. I think, now I'm not, it's one of those things, right? Like you stress and freak out about trying to get to a certain point in your life or trying to complete a certain goal or a certain task. And then after you complete the task, it's almost like nothing special in a way, right? But I guess that's most things in life. After you get something that you've wanted so much and that's supposedly special, after a while, it almost loses its specialness, if that's a thing. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just ungrateful, and that's just me. So I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Mr. Dino, what's going on, my man? I appreciate you stopping by another live stream. It's always a pleasure to have you in the building. He says, how are you doing, Dwayne? Good to see you again and all the people here. I'm doing great. I was really tired before I turned this camera on. I actually shot 2 videos for my other channel, and I did basically like 3 videos. And I was like, yo, I need to get these videos out. And I drove Uber today, of course. Today was a good day. And I worked out. So today was insanely positive and very productive. I tried to take a nap for an hour today. And of course, those hour naps, some people say 20-minute naps, power naps. They never work for me. The hour nap ended up doing more damage than it did good. So I was very, very tired before I turned on the camera to do this particular live stream. But of course, when I turn the camera on, my energy has to be good. just because nobody wants to, hear a monotone guy talk on YouTube. You know what I mean? We definitely have enough of those out there on this platform. Be sure to smash the thumbs up in this video. That is the easiest and freest way to support this particular video and channel. So be sure to smash the thumbs up if you haven't done so. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Okay, that's the whole purpose of this particular channel. Just to kind of give you guys a heads up, I have a couple of annual fees coming up pretty soon. This is September. So I applied for the American Express Gold Card in October of 2018. So I'm sure that annual fee is coming up. That's $250. And then I applied for the Platinum Card. Yikes, I don't remember when. I want to say it was like a November, but maybe not. I'm going to try to find it here. I'm going to try to search my channel here on YouTube and search the videos and see if I can find when I uploaded that particular video. I'm just very, very curious. Damn, I'm not searching it right. Okay, whatever. I don't know the month, but I do have my American Express Platinum credit card annual fee coming up. And last year, it was lower than it's going to be this year. Last year was $550. I think this year it's $695. So definitely not looking forward to that. Of course, I could, try to justify to myself as much as possible that like, yo, it's all good. You can just, you could just think about it as the money that you're making on YouTube is what you're using to pay this annual fee, right? It's funny because no matter how I look at it, I'm always crying about paying the annual fee, period. That's just how I am, because I'm always aware of money. Hey, Matthew, thank you so much for that super chat on Cash App. I appreciate you, my man. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much for that, bro. Okay, so we got Mr. Dino says, almost paying off my Citi Costco card. So far, I like the Citi Custom Cash from Citi. Awesome. Very good. And the funny thing is, like, Citi's doing a decent job trying to get good credit cards out there. Citi's definitely been a little stagnant as far as I'm concerned, along with Wells Fargo, but they've both done a decent job trying to get more credit cards out there and trying to compete with these other credit card companies. Diamond, I don't know what this means. I see this and I'm like, does it mean like New Orleans? That's funny. Front Row Productions says he's in Central Maryland. Cool, man. I appreciate you taking the time sharing where you're watching from. I appreciate that. Like I said, y'all know I'm in the H. I'm in the H. Mr. Dino's watching from San Diego, California, my brother. Hey, I didn't even know that San Diego was so close to Mexico. I think I had somebody in the car in Uber, and they were talking about San Diego, and I was like, man, where is San Diego? Exactly where it is, right? Like I don't know. I've never been, right? I mean, like literally, it's super close to Mexico. So that's interesting. Cinemadness says, okay, guys, update time after visiting 3 different banks, Union Bank, Chase, and U.S. Bank, and 5 different branches. U.S. Bank approved me for a business checking account. There we go. Man, that's cool. Were you able to get the checking account where you can actually get their sign-up offer? Because I did try to get that sign-up offer that U.S. Bank was offering. Hopefully you got it. He says, now time to move on to the meat and potatoes of the ATM business of talking to business owners and placing ATMs in local businesses. Man, bro, I admire you, man. That's so incredible. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely onto something. And I want to encourage you to keep grinding, man. Let's see. You said another funny thing about it is when I told the banker I operate ATMs, she said another branch she works at, a guy comes in for 20s for his ATM business as well. That's pretty cool, man. Definitely. I don't know why or where you got that idea from, but I feel like you can't go wrong, and I think that over time it's gonna pay off. So congratulations to you, man. You need to put me on game. You know what I mean? Michael is in the building. Michael, what's going on, bro? Michael says, would you purchase my FICO subscription and demonstrate how more robust the scoring is versus Credit Karma? No, I personally would not. I'm personally not going to do that because there's no need. You know, whenever I apply for a credit card, I get emails from Credit Karma, probably Nerd Wallet, and probably Wallet Hub, and you know, I get notifications all the time about new inquiries. So, you know, I feel decent about not worrying about, like, you know, protection per se or monitoring. Signing up for a subscription with my FICO or any kind of credit report scoring agency, you know, I'm not a fan of subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have everybody's login in the world in regards to services that offer subscription. But me personally, I don't like to pay for subscriptions. As a matter of fact, I just started paying for some subscriptions because of the American Express Platinum card. They offer, you know, like a digital entertainment or digital whatever. So they'll reimburse you up to X amount of dollars for certain streaming services. And so I was like, all right, cool. You know, because I know it's free, statement credit, right? But other than that, no, I'm not a fan of subscriptions. Like, trust me, it pains me. One of the most recent subscription I got was a car washing subscription. And I think it's like $33 and some change, almost $34 a month, right? So, like, obviously that's smart. You know, if I used to pay like $10 every time I got the car washed. It's a car wash and you drive through, or you don't drive through, but you put it in neutral and it drives your car through, right? And I would be paying $10 every time I got the car wash. Now, obviously, if I wash the car 3 times in 1 month, that's almost the subscription. So it's like, I mean, I was like, man, I don't know. Like, man, I'd rather wash my own car, you know, because I'm that guy, right? But, you know, I'm like, I can wash my own car. It's exercise. But then after a while, it's like, I don't really want to wash my car. So I do have that subscription. And of course, I have like the subscription with Apple in regards to my storage. That one kind of pisses me off because I'm paying $10 a month for 2 terabytes, which is ridiculous. And so I don't like subscriptions. There's no benefit for me personally to sign up with my FICO to, you know, to look at my credit score there. Damon, what's going on, my man? Says, hey, Dwayne, watching you from Washington, D.C. It's a pleasure to have you in the building, my brother. Thank you so much for letting me know from where you're watching. We got my boy Brian in the house. Says, my first time catching you. You came up on the YouTube homepage algorithm like you. Hey, man, this is one of the times that I'm lucky. The YouTube algorithm is definitely interesting. It's not something that I even spend my energy trying to figure out anymore. So it's good that, you know, they put me in front of you for whatever reason. And once again, thank you for coming into the live stream. This is your first time here and just showing love in regards to the super chat. I really appreciate that because obviously super chats is extra, right? Like it's not necessary, but I definitely always appreciate super chats. So I appreciate you, Brian. Thanks a lot, man. We got S House in the house. S House says, what's good, Dwayne? Watching from the ATL. Yes, sir. Excuse me. I'm doing good, bro. It's a pleasure to have you back in the building, my man. I was in Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta once. I think that was August was that last year? It had to have been last year. Seems like such a long time ago. August 2021. My niece used to live there. She actually moved back to New York. So I was in Atlanta for a hot minute, drove through Sandy Springs, went to, damn, where was it? That is wild that I don't remember. Oh my God. And I was nuts about this place. Golly, yo, I'm bugging that I can't remember. That is crazy to me. I definitely got to Sandy Springs and, golly, Alpharetta. Jesus, I was about to search on Google Maps. Alpharetta. Yeah, Alpharetta is freaking dope. Sandy Springs is clean too. So yeah, man, I appreciate you stopping by S House. Damon says, hey, Dwayne, I'm excited right now. I got 3 Amex in 2 months after learning about the soft pull after you get the first card. Other cards afterwards are soft pulls. Congratulations, my man. That is incredible. What 3 cards did you get? Let me know in the comment section, my brother. And thank you so much for sharing that information, man. I appreciate you. Cinemadness says Hurdy-Gurdy podcast, Hurdy-Gurdy Travel Podcast is at it again. It never fails. His podcast episodes always blow me away. This guy is literally a walking encyclopedia in maximizing cards for the traveling world. Cool. It's funny. I definitely haven't checked in on Justin in a while. In all honesty, I really haven't been on YouTube like that. That's hilarious that I say that, right? Like, I'm literally on YouTube every day, but as far as the content that I choose to consume, most of the things, like 99% of the things that I consume when I'm on YouTube is about motivation, and it's about mindset, and it's about self-discipline, and that's what I spend 99.5% of my time on YouTube doing. Every now and then I'll check on, a fellow YouTuber, but no, I'm not on there like that, so that's cool. Dwight, what is going on, my man? It's a pleasure to see you. Dwight is a channel member. Thank you so much for stopping by another video. Dwight says, what's up, Dwayne and Credit family? Glad to see you doing well. Hit that like button. Yeah, man, definitely tell these brothers and sisters in the building, definitely hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Once again, it's easy and free to support the channel, and I always appreciate the support. Damon says, got the green Amex, blue every day, and the Amex Hilton card. Man, that is so cool, boy. You aggressive right out the gate. 3 credit cards in 2 months, and I know that obviously you're going to meet the sign-up offers to get those particular sign-up bonuses. If you feel like sharing, or if you remember, what is the sign-up offer that you got for each of those cards? The green Amex, the blue every day, and the Amex Hilton. I'm very curious the sign-up offer that you got for those cards, and thank you for sharing that, bro. I really appreciate that. Damon says, what's your opinion on the Amex green card? Damon, I think it's a decent card. I think it's a decent card if you don't want to just jump straight in the pool, if you don't necessarily want to pay a hefty annual fee. That is a decent card to get started with. There's going to be, a decent sign-up offer. You'll get an offer anywhere between 20,000 to 45,000 points for that particular card, depending on when you apply for it, and kind of how much you scour the internet to see if you can find a better offer. Excuse me. I think it's a good card to kind of get started in regards to like points and the membership reward points for American Express and how they work. I think it's decent, and that annual fee, you can't beat that. Once again, if you're not a fan of paying hefty annual fees, that is a good card to start with. For me personally, you can always go up, right? Like, I don't like starting at the top tier of a specific credit card. For example, the Delta SkyMiles card, I did not start at the reserve credit card, right? I started at the gold, then I got the platinum. Now, of course, I got some good sign-up offers for those credit cards. The same thing is true for the Hilton card from American Express. I didn't start, with the top card, with Aspire, and then the Surpass, and then the Hilton card. The Hilton card from American Express, you can actually get, I've seen sign-up offers of up to 100,000 points, which is like really effing good. And that card has no annual fee. I've even seen 100,000 points with a statement credit, right? So, it just really kind of depends. I think it's a decent card if you kind of want to get your toes wet. I think they do offer some kind of security pass in regards to traveling. I think it's clear on the Amex green card. I think it's a clear that they'll reimburse you for clear or something like that. Don't quote me. Definitely haven't looked at that in a while. But I think it's cool if you're trying to get started with a travel card, but you don't want to commit to spending $250 on an Amex card, on the gold card, or $695 on the platinum card. Like, you definitely got to know what you're doing on that platinum card. I mean, for me, I could always kind of sort of justify that annual fee, but I still don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, $695, I don't even make $695 a month on YouTube. Now, of course, at one point I did, but I don't now. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Matthew says, one of the first channels, often imitated, never duplicated. Get great content as usual. Appreciate you, my man. Definitely, it's super interesting being one of the first faces out there. And of course, it's interesting to see the faces that have come after mine and their channel have exploded for whatever reason, because that God is great and everybody's journey is different, just like everybody's life is different. So definitely, I definitely feel good about the time in which I decided to start making these videos on YouTube. And I'm sure people were affected in a positive way and decided to start a channel as a result. So that's kind of cool. Not that anybody's told me directly. Maybe there's a couple people that told me directly, but I think it's kind of cool. So definitely am grateful. True Benjamin says, I was looking at the PayPal MasterCard 3% cash back or try for my Amex. Wait, which PayPal card has 3% cash back? Is it 3% on every purchase? Because, I might have to look at PayPal. Ironically, PayPal sent me an email recently saying, come back to PayPal, apply for the credit card and whatever, we'll give you 2% on all your purchases, which I know that PayPal does have a card like that. I don't think there was a sign-up offer tied to that. So like for me personally, getting a credit card from PayPal is not going to be anything special because of course I already have a 2% cash back with my flagship card, which I love my flagship card. I'm up to like $680 in regards to points. I think I have like over 68,000 points on my flagship card with Navy Federal. Let me see here. Let's see if I can share that with you guys without sharing too much. All right, let me see. Click on the flagship. Click on that joint. Loading. I want to see here. Jeez Louise, man, this thing is taking forever. Yeah, I got 68,000 points, which basically is gonna be $680. Let me show you guys here real quickly on the screen. All right, so you can see right there says 68,160 points. Once again, when I redeem that, that's going to be $680. I'm taking my time redeeming it. I don't know. I always like to see my cash back or my points add up. Even if I let them add up just to end up, redeeming it and paying my credit card bill. I don't want to use it that way because, I don't, but I don't know. We'll see. Life for a business. What's going on, my bro? He says, what's going on, boss? You already know, man. I'm in the building. I'm good. Energy's good. Life is great. It's all about perspective, and I'm choosing to see life as great. I'm choosing to see the glass as half full. You know what I mean? Instead of half empty, I'm choosing to see it as half full. So I'm doing good, man. I hope you're doing good as well. We got Journey to Credit. What's going on, my man? Thanks for stopping by. He says, what's up, Dwayne? What's going on with your tea? It's a pleasure to have you in the building. Matthew says, do you use the Amex Platinum card often? I noticed the annual fee is $695. Often, no. It's very interesting because that card, you can kind of justify using the card if you travel a lot. You can justify the airline credit fee if you take advantage of it, right? Like if you buy stuff on the plane or you buy Wi-Fi or you pay for your baggage, you're going to be able to get reimbursed up to $200 with the American Express Platinum card. And then of course they have Walmart Plus, which I just saw in the app. I haven't signed up for it yet. I don't know why. Then of course there's a digital credit as well. Then there's the Uber credit. So there's ways to kind of justify that $695. Of course there's the $300 Equinox deal, which doesn't, we don't have an Equinox here in Houston. So there's ways to kind of justify it. I mean, like for me with the Uber credit, I don't use that. I don't do Uber Eats every month, and I don't do Uber Rides every month, right? And even with like with Cheesecake Factory and Shake Shack, right? You'll get like $10 and $15, I think, in December or something like that. You get that money monthly. Well, if I don't eat, at the Cheesecake Factory or Shake Shack every month, right? Then it doesn't even matter. I have to make a conscious effort to make sure I'm maximizing the card. And of course, that's true for everybody. True Benjamin says he's watching from Baltimore. Appreciate you letting me know from where you're watching, bro. It's a pleasure to have you in the building. Speaking of pleasure, we got Paulette in the house. She says, I asked for a credit increase from American Express. I was denied. Even I've been with them for 3 years, but who came to my rescue? Discover. They increased my limit $6,900 to $7,900. Next try for Chase cards. First of all, congratulations on getting that increase with Discover. One of the things that I do like with Discover and American Express is that it's not a hard inquiry to get the credit limit increase. Now, with Chase, I think it is a hard inquiry, okay? Let me know if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section in regards to Chase. It's a hard inquiry to request a credit limit increase. When it comes to credit limit increases, I always kind of think twice, especially if it's a hard inquiry, because believe it or not, sometimes you can get approved for another credit card from the same bank and get approved for a pretty high limit. So I would always rather take that chance. If I'm going to try to do a credit limit increase and it's a hard inquiry, I would rather apply for another credit card with that same company. But that's just me. If you have any questions or comments, throw them in the live stream in the chat. Cinemadness says, speaking of subscriptions, one thing I thought was so funny was someone said taxes are like subscription payment for where you live, regardless of how good or bad the services are. Interesting, definitely definitely interesting. And that one is not optional, right? It's so funny because a lot of people don't necessarily know certain things about home ownership, right? But when you get your house, oh, you're going to find out. You know what I mean? You're going to know. Journey to Credit says, Dwayne, yesterday, Navy Federal Credit Union approved me for $8,000 credit limit increase. New limit is $37,800. Yo, that is fire. My highest credit card limit is $30,000 with the X1 card. And then my Navy Federal cards is 28 and 25. So incredible. Thank you so much for taking the time to share that information, man. That is freaking dope. As a matter of fact, I realized that I haven't really been hitting the horn, and we had all kinds of reasons to hit the horn earlier. We have all kinds of people that I need to hit the horn for. So I definitely apologize in regards to not hitting the horn. I know that there's a lot of people that we need to celebrate. So, hey, I'm going to go ahead and hit the horn here for you guys. I appreciate you taking the time to share that information, my man. Congratulations to all the peeps that got credit limit increases. I know Diamond got one. I know people were approved for cards. Journey to Credit got another increase as well. So once again, my bad for not hitting that horn. I got you now though. So congratulations once again, and thank you for taking that time to share that with the How to Build Credit TV family. Cinemadness says, so I know you were talking about San Diego earlier. The funny thing about San Diego being so incredibly close to Mexico is people living in San Diego are flocking to Mexico to save on gas. Wow. Interesting. I mean, damn, is it worth it? I mean, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the gas in Mexico is by the liter as opposed to the gallon. But I guess if it's worth it, you know, I mean, it would depend on how close it is. As a matter of fact, today in Houston, close to the house, gas is for $2.75, which is like some of the lowest gas that I've seen. And of course I drive Uber, so I see a lot of stuff. You know, I'll be seeing gas. I saw gas for $3.99. I was like, who's paying for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, these poor guys don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely am aware of that stuff, and I don't just get gas anywhere, you know, but at the same time, I'm not going to drive across town. You know, if gas is $2.70 somewhere and it's, you know, 20 miles from where I am, I'm not going to drive over there to get gas for $2.70 instead of paying $2.75. That's funny. Cinemanic says, that's how bad prices have gotten with inflation. Yeah, that inflation is real, bro. I know for me, I'm crying because like I have margin investing with Robinhood. And so when I started with margin investing, it was 3%. It's 3%. So 3% is super duper low, right? Let's say you borrowed $100,000. 3% is $3,000. That's low as hell, right? Then they bumped it. Then they bumped it again. Then they bumped it again. I think it's at 5% right now. If it's higher than 5%, you know, so now the same $100,000 is $5,000 for the entire year. So yeah, it's definitely, you know, getting out of control. And that would be one of the negatives, right? Now, of course, if you had a savings account and they've bumped their, you know, the APR or the APY in regards to the savings account, like let's say it was, you know, 0.25. Now it's up to 1.25. You're like, sweet, let's go, right? So yes, sir. We got Mojo in the building. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. It's been a minute since I've seen you, bro. He says, glad to be alive again. It's been a minute for sure. Hope you and the Tesla are all well. Hey, the Tesla and I are no longer together. Me and Tess, we had to break up, man. I had to let her go. I ended up selling the Tesla in July of this year. And one of the reasons why I ended up selling it was I'm trying to get rid of all the big notes that I have. And the Tesla car note was $737 for me. My APR on that loan was 2.49. I want to say I was going to say 2.44, but I think it was 2.49, which is a great rate. But I had to get rid of that $737 a month. I could have justified it. I could have said, oh, I need to just pay it off, but I just didn't see that that was going to be a good use of my money. So I ended up going on Carvana, out of curiosity also. And Carvana actually ended up giving me $10,000 more for the Tesla in July of 2022 than when I bought the Tesla in November of 2020. So I bought the Tesla in November 2020, like November the 29th or something like that. And then I sold it in July of 2022, and I got $10,000 more, of course, because of inflation. Gas prices are high, so people are running to electric vehicles. So it was a perfect storm, and I feel like if I didn't sell it, that would have been irresponsible. When I bought the Tesla, I am not a guy that likes monthly payments. So I had just finished paying off my Honda Accord in June of 2020. And then I bought the Tesla in November of 2020. So I kind of justified like, oh, it's a business purchase. I'll drive Uber with my Tesla, blah, blah, blah. I rented out on Turo, whatever. I never drove Uber or rented a Tesla out on Turo because it's a Tesla, and, I just couldn't do it. Right. So I ended up selling it. So, but other than that, I'm good. I'm sure the Tesla's good with whoever the new owner is. Carvana bought it back from me for $65,000, and I'm sure they sold it for $80,000. Keep in mind, you can go to the Tesla website and get the same exact Tesla that I had, brand new, for $67,000 now. When I bought it, it was $54,000. Okay, you can get the same car. Well, I'm sure there's, a half a update on the car, right? $67,000, but because people don't want to wait, and because you have to wait, depending on how quickly they're making these Teslas, you got to wait some time to get your car. People that have money are willing to pay $80,000 for the same Tesla that they could pay $67,000 and just wait for it. So once again, I had to do it. We got my boy Ronald Anderson in the building. It's a pleasure to see you in the house, my brother. Ronald Anderson is a channel member. I appreciate you, my man, as usual, for stopping by in the live stream, my bro. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Okay. He says, what's up, Dwayne and family? God bless everyone. Yes, sir. I'm doing good, man. Hopefully you and your family's doing well also. We got One Bridge 11 in the building. Says, do you think people are starting to trust Wells Fargo again or not? Honestly, I signed up for an account with Wells Fargo, a checking account with Wells Fargo in March of this year. And of course, I was led to do that because they were offering a $300 sign-up bonus, and I just couldn't refuse. I had Wells Fargo for the first time in 1999. I was in college. Then I got it again, I think, in 2003, and then I got it now recently. So for me, it's easier for me not to be afraid because I haven't had my identity stolen or any kind of fraud regarding, knock on wood, regarding my accounts. So for me, it's a lot easier to kind of pull the trigger on that. And the $300 that came with that sign up offer is like a no-brainer. Like, it's $300 for doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You have direct deposit, you deposit $500 direct deposit wise, right? And you get $300. That was the offer that I got from Wells Fargo. You can avoid paying a monthly fee if you have a minimum balance of $500 with Wells Fargo. So I got that offer. Then I went with Chase. I had a Chase checking account back in 2019. So I got another Chase checking account, and they were offering $200 at the time. Same kind of $500 deposit. And so $500 direct deposit. So if you do if you get at least $500 in direct deposit every single month, the account's free. But with Chase, you have to have a $1,500 minimum balance in order for the account to be free if you don't have direct deposit. All right. It's very interesting, my relationship with money. I know that obviously when I was in college and I wasn't working, or I was working a part-time job, $1,500 was a lot. Like having a $1,500, balance in your checking account, that was a lot. Now it's like $1,500 is nothing. You know, if I am hungry enough, $1,500 is what I can make in a week driving Uber. You know, I can make a little more if I just want to live in the car, right? So it's interesting to kind of see how my perspective with money has changed in a good way. So as far as trusting Wells Fargo, I think that's going to be an individual type of decision, you know, just like most things, you know, like it's like visiting Mexico, right? You can say, oh, Mexico's dangerous, or Colombia, you know, like, oh, they're killing people. People are dying. It's dangerous. You can choose to see it that way and don't visit Mexico, or you can, you know, don't worry about that and still visit Mexico, because there are people there that are visiting and they're not dying. You know what I mean? So it just really kind of depends on how you frame it and how much sense it makes to you. Azuri Winged, what's going on? Thank you so much for stopping by. I haven't seen you in a minute. She's waving hi. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We got my boy Chambe in the building, says, hello, bro, Dwayne and everyone here, always giving us good credit knowledge. It has been almost 4 years since I started watching this channel. Thank you. Today I have a 750 scores and $275,000 in available credit. That is incredible, man. And thank you. I appreciate you for, you know, finding this channel valuable and still sticking around and still watching videos whenever I make videos these days. So it's a pleasure to have you in the building, and thank you for saying the kind words. My brother, your check is in the mail. We got Journey to Credit, says, Dwayne, I just got approved for my 7th credit union credit card with a 9,000 Visa signature on September the 8th, 2022. Congratulations, my man. That is awesome, bro. Congratulations, and thank you so much. I love the fact that you guys are jumping into the live stream and sharing your approvals. I mean, this is really cool, and this is also very encouraging. Now, if you're someone that's not quite there yet, just know that with patience and research and patience, you'll get there, right? You got to be patient. You got to do what you're supposed to do in regards to paying all of your bills, not just your credit card bills, all of them. Because if you don't pay your phone bill, they're going to slap that on your credit report, and that's going to jack up whatever goodness you got going on with your other credit profiles. Adrian, what's going on, my man? Thanks for stopping by. He says, and a year ago, margin percent was 0.25. It was like a free loan, basically, right? That's low. You also said, Dwayne, remember I told you a F5 tornado coming in the stock market? Look what happened yesterday. Wow. And you know what's crazy about that? I have some shares with Lucid Motors, and I sold like a couple of days, like the day before the crash, like the day before yesterday. So I guess Monday, Lucid Motors for me personally had, you know, gone up like $2,800. So I was like, all right, I'm going to sell $2,800 worth of shares. I know the price is going to go down, and I'll grab some more. And of course it went down, which was yesterday, and I didn't grab more. But definitely it's been interesting. Same thing with Tesla. Like, I have money on my Webull account, and I have a Robinhood account, and I'm watching Tesla, and Tesla's like $293. And I'm like, I bought Tesla for like $287 on my Webull account. You know, I bought all the way down there, $291, $270 something. And so I was like, I don't know if it's going to go down again today. So literally Tesla was trading like $303, $301 on Monday. Then it dropped to $290 something yesterday. And then it's back up today at $3 something. And I was like, damn, I knew I should have bought some more shares on my Robinhood account. But it's always like that for me personally. Cinnamon says, one alternative trifecta to the Amex Green Gold. The Amex Green Gold and Platinum is the everyday preferred, Amex Blue Business Plus, and Amex Green. No, for sure. I mean, the Business Plus card is a great card to get the 2%, the 2 times points on all purchases up to $50,000. Like, you can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? If you're spending $50,000 on a credit card, first of all, that's a crap ton of money. So that's going to be 100,000 points that you're going to get, 100,000 membership reward points. And you can do some good things with those points. Cinnamon says Blue Business Plus is 2 times points on all everyday preferred, is 3 times on groceries, 2 times on gas, and 50% extra points to use your card 30 times in a month. And then, of course, 4.5 on groceries, 3.5 on gas, and the Amex Green is 3 times on travel and transit and restaurants. And thank you for spelling that out. He says minimum annual credits and only $150 annual fee to set up. Adrian says, I'm a Wells Fargo customer since 2011, and I didn't have a single problem I see a lot of people hate this bank. Definitely, I mean, and of course with reason, right? Because a lot of people's information was exposed or whatever happened, breach, whatever, right? And I say whatever like it's no big deal. Obviously, it's no big deal because I wasn't one of them, right? So once again, it really just kind of depends. It really kind of depends. Cinemadness says, and that 4.5 times on grocery for the preferred is better than the goal. Definitely, right? But there's a cap on how much, right? I think it's 12,000 now. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at that card in a while. The Credit Solutionist, what's going on, girl? Thank you so much for stopping by the live stream. She says, hey, Dwayne and chat. Be sure to go to her channel as well and subscribe to her. Love her videos, like her videos, love the energy, love the information. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to have you in the building. We got Damon says the green Amex was for 40,000, and hey, Dwayne, the blue everyday card has a sign up bonus. Spend 2,000 in 6 months and get 200 back. The Hilton was 100,000 points if you spend $1,000. I mean, you cannot beat that. That is a great offer. I think when I got the Hilton card, the one that has no annual fees, that sign up offer was not 100,000 points. I think mine might have been like 80, or I don't remember what it was. And so the spend on the Amex Green for the 40,000 points is $2,000. Listen, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Slap them in the comment section. I definitely want to make sure I have the opportunity. I see that I'm at the very end of the chat in regards to the questions and answering them. So if you guys have any questions, now is the place and the time to ask. Otherwise, your boy's gonna get up on out of here, because what time is it? 7:41 in Houston. I gotta go to sleep because I gotta wake up at 3:45. I was thinking, I don't know, am I gonna drive tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got several videos to edit. Anyway, but if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Slap them in the comment section. The Credit Solutionist says Wells Fargo is the red-headed stepchild of the big banks. Definitely, there's definitely some disdain in regards to Wells Fargo. Of course, it wasn't always like that. Definitely, there's a lot of reasons not to like Wells Fargo. You know, they're not one of the most generous banks in regards to a lot of things. Definitely credit cards. You know, they're not giving out high limits. You know what I'm saying? Chase obviously is above that. Bank of America even is better when it comes to, you know, high limits on credit cards, and maybe just getting approved for loans is probably easier with Chase and Bank of America. So once again, there's definitely reasons to dislike Wells Fargo prior to the breach or whatever exactly it was. I don't even remember exactly what it was because I wasn't affected. So, you know, it's hard for me to care about it. That sounds bad, but you know what I'm saying. Don't judge me. Once again, if you have comments or concerns or questions, slap them into the comment section. I will do my best to answer it. I will be if there is a decent change in my credit score when that inquiry falls off, which is supposed to be September 16th. Then I have another one November 16th and November 18th on my TransUnion. I will definitely make a video and show you guys. You already know I will. So once again, if you have questions, comments, concerns, slap them into the live chat. I definitely want to be able to answer your questions before I get up on out of here. Once this live chat starts to slow down a little bit, I'm like, hey, you know, I need to take a shower. I need to relax a little bit, and then I need to go straight to bed. So once again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Slap them in the comment section. Cinemanic says, yesterday I was down like $180 plus on a $4,400 portfolio. This is my very first time staying invested, and I definitely see the market reacts emotionally to news. Yeah, that, you know what? It's a little disheartening. It's so like stupid, to be honest with you. The fact that, you know, news can come out and the stock market goes down. Like for me, you're saying you had a $180 you know, difference. My portfolio went down $20,000 yesterday. Now, of course, it has a lot to do with the companies I'm invested, right? Because I have Apple and Tesla. Those two really drive my account, and you know, they're big tech companies. So Yeah, I mean, Apple freaking went down like $10 yesterday, which is bananas. So yeah, I mean, I totally get it, and it really is a little, it's a little, it sucks because the thing is, like, I know people are making a killing when this happens, right? The market had something similar to this not that long ago, maybe not even 2 months ago, maybe not even a month ago. I don't remember, but it went down substantially as well. And so, like, it's crazy, because they know they're going to make this announcement. You know what I'm saying? People know that this announcement's coming, right? Because they do. That's how it works. People are human. People know information gets out. And I'm like, yo, I'm just going to sell right now real quick. Like, if I had sold, like my position with Tesla on my Webull account, and because I think my average cost is like $308, and it was like $303, $302 before it went down substantially yesterday. I could have sold, what I'm saying? And then when it dropped to 290 something, I could have grabbed some more shares and been at a lower average cost per share, and I would have profited. I would have gotten more shares doing that. So it's really annoying because I know that people know information and they sell their stuff and buy some more. Let's see. The Credit Solutionist says, and Truist is a distant cousin. Okay, I'm done. LOL. It's funny. I tried to sign up with Truist. I think they had a $400 or $500 checking sign up bonus, and they were talking about verifying my account, and they wanted me to jump through hoops. I was so disgusted. I signed up online, thought everything was good, thought everything was getting set up. Then it didn't get set up, and then I called, and this is like a month later, and they told me, like, no, it's not set up. You need to go to the branch, blah, blah, blah. I went to the branch. Then they were asking me for, all kinds of verification. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. I was just absolutely turned off. It sucked. I didn't know Truist was bad like that, though, to be honest with you. K Doug, what's going on, my man? It's been a minute since I've seen you. He says, hey, Dwayne, been watching you for 2 years and have 2 years and a half, an average, for 2 years, and you have an average credit score of 740. I wonder if you could give any advice on collections. I don't know anything about collections. That's not my lane. What I will say is do not pay anything off unless you get in writing that they're going to remove it from your credit profile, right? So if you owe $2,000 to whoever and you're like, okay, they're like, all right, pay us $1,000, or if you're going to pay the whole $2,000, you don't want to pay it unless you know for a fact that they're going to remove it from your credit report. Because you can pay it and it can still be on your credit report and still affect you negatively. But no, I really don't fool with collections. I don't really fool with removing inquiries or nothing like that. I just wait, and of course I just wait because, number one, I don't want to pay money for something that's going to fall off for free, and I am not in a position where, like, I need to run out and buy a house or I need a car, so I need my credit to be spotless. So it just really kind of depends. Damon says, Dwayne, I have to tell this story. My wife and the 20th anniversary was last Wednesday, and we were at dinner. Time to pay the bill, and I pulled out the Amex screen. To the look on my wife's face was priceless. Why? Why was it priceless? Let me know. Why was it priceless? Cinemadness says, Wells Fargo closed my checking account after me meeting the bonus and didn't pay the bonus after. Why though? Why they close your account? Did you close your account? Like, I don't understand what you just said. So help me understand, my brother. The Credit Solution says, what are your thoughts on the new Bank of America zero down, no closing cost loans? It's a win. I mean, for people that are in the position to be able to get a loan, I think it's a win. I mean, what I'm saying? Honestly, the banks could do a lot more for people because there's a lot of different ways for them to make money. When I opened my Chase account recently, what month is it? September. I want to say I opened the account in August. When I opened the account, man, they kept trying to upsell me on different things, like investments account. We got an investment person here that can talk to you about XYZ. Do you need this? Do you need that? And of course, the reason why I'm bringing that up is, like, banks could do more because the thing is they're going to make their money from you somewhere, whether it's credit cards, whether it's on the interest percentage that your interest is when you're paying the loan back. they don't have a shortage of ways to make money from you. When it comes to making money, banks really soar and excel. So definitely commend Bank of America. Bank of America is definitely one of the top 3 banks, right? Let's see, there's Chase, there's Citibank, there's Wells Fargo. Okay, top 4 banks, right? Bank of America is definitely up there, right? I think it's like Chase number 1. I think Bank of America may be number 2, or Citibank, right? And Wells Fargo. So definitely Bank of America is up there. Adrian says, I see Goldman Sachs have a big problem with the Apple Card. They are losing money. I actually don't know about this. What do you mean they're losing money? Let me know in the comment section, please, my brother. Matthew says, great to see another live one. Good night, folks. Have a lovely evening and week. Matthew, my man, salute to you, bro. Thanks again for that $10 super chat you sent over on Cash App. I appreciate you, my man. Have a good day. Have a good weekend as well. I will be back again next week. Miss Gatlin, what's going on, lady? Thank you so much for stopping by. It's a pleasure to see you in the live stream. She says, hello, Dwayne. As usual, it's always a pleasure to see you. Hope that you're well. Hope that everybody in the family is doing well. All right. It's a pleasure to see you. Journey to credit. Dwayne, I have 22 major credit cards and 1 Amex business card. I am now in the garden for at least 6 months. Yeah, I mean, trust me, it's exciting getting these credit cards and getting approved. And then it's like, all right, I need to sit still. Got to get these inquiries out of here. For me personally, it's been not fun sitting still. Definitely because I have this channel talking about credit cards, it's always easy for me to jump in and apply for a bunch of cards just because, duh, you know what I mean? It's like I can apply for the card and I can talk about this card and I can make a video about applying for it and I can share the credit limit. So for me, it kind of makes sense, right? So I definitely hear you. Adrian says option traders make a lot of money yesterday. Make a lot. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, once again, when it comes to the stock market, there's so many ways to make money. And, you know, I don't know. I'm just trying to sit still and be patient. I'm trying not to get caught up, you know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to do that as well. Cinnamon says, no, Wells Fargo offered $300 for a direct deposit of $1,000, and I did, and I withdrew the money, and due to inactivity in my account, Wells Fargo automatically closed my account and never paid out. Really? They're actually pretty good about paying, you know, in a timely manner. Like, in other words, whenever I met the requirement, like, I got the money in my account pretty freaking soon. Even with Chase, like, literally, once you meet the offer, you'll get the money in your account within 10 business days. You know, actually before that. That's been my experience with Wells Fargo and Chase. So I'm sorry you had that experience, my brother. Listen, guys, I am going to get up on out of here because I need to take a shower. I need to relax a little bit because 9:30, I should probably be in bed by 9 so I can fall asleep by 9:45 so I can wake up at 3:45. Man, I got to do better with getting rest. You know, rest is super important. You know, that's where all the magic happens. That's where you restore everything. That's where you lose your weight and all this stuff. Well, that's not the only place you lose your weight, but that's where all the good stuff happens, is during sleep. Anyway, I'm going to get up out of here. I will stick around for the next minute to make sure nobody has any questions. If you do, slap them into the comment section. Cinnamon says, no, hurting my feelings though. I'll try again a year later. No, for sure. I mean, for me with Chase, I had to go in the branch. I tried to do it online, didn't work. I had to go in the branch, and I don't know why, but I did, and I was like, fingers crossed, you know, let's go. And so, yeah, so I definitely get it. K-Doug says, it's only $20 medical copay that I thought I paid. I wasn't sure if it would be good to just pay off the payment for a document saying they would not report to my credit. But I mean, $20 is definitely nothing, right? So, I mean, I would definitely take care of it. He says, but I don't think they have my social security to report. Hey, once again, the good news is it's only $20. You know what I'm saying? So I would just nip that in the bud. Adrian says the Apple Card customers start not paying the bill, and it's a huge percentage are 660 and below. Okay, got you. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, these banks, they definitely run a risk, right? Especially if they're giving out, generous credit limits and stuff like that. Because of course, I don't know, people are definitely not going to pay their bill, right? And that sounds bad, but it's kind of truish. So there's that. Devin, what's going on, my man? Devin is a channel member. Thank you so much for stopping by, Devin. It's a pleasure to see you. He says, hey, Dwayne, hope you're well, bro. I am well. Dog tired right now a little bit, to be honest with you, but it's all good because I'm about to get up on out of here. Diamond says paid medical bills are not deleted. Yikes. Yeah, and of course, once again, I don't know anything about that. And but the thing is, if it's not deleted, right? I mean, you don't sweat the stuff you can't control. You know what I'm saying? So you can't control it, and just wait till it falls off of your credit report. That doesn't mean you can't control the other aspects of what's going on in your credit report, right? Like paying all your bills on time, that type of thing, keeping your balances low, right? So I wouldn't sweat it. I mean, definitely there was a point where my credit was due. So, I didn't stress out about it because there's really not much that I could do. Devin says, I recently got a 3,000 increase on 4 of my 8 community cards. Appreciate you, Devin. Thank you so much for sharing, and congratulations, man. You've been getting some good credit card offers and credit limit increases and high limit credit cards as well. That's freaking dope, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to share that here with the How to Build Credit TV family. Guys, I'm gonna get up on out. I hope you guys have an incredible Wednesday, have an incredible rest of your week, have an incredible weekend. I should be back here on Monday for another one. All right, I hope you guys have an incredible rest of your day and week, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, once again, my name is Dwayne with How to Build Credit TV, and I approve this video. The credit solutionist says certain medical bills will be falling off in January 2023, but also it's only $20. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely would pay that just because why not? All right, you guys have an incredible one. I'll see y'all in the next one. All right, until next time, take care and be blessed. Peace.